Hi, learn, unlearn, relearn. Do you have the courage to do that? So what is it that we need to unlearn? We've talked about unlearning the role of the leader and unlearning what constitutes trust. Today I want to talk about unlearn the office. There are still too many executives and leaders demanding a return to the office because it will impact culture, connection and productivity. Unlearn that right now. That is just an excuse not to look to the future and what should be done. It's an excuse just to trying to go back to the way it was before because you think it's easier, or those people think it's easier. So we have to unthink or unlearn it's the office or it's not. And I've written an article, a newsletter recently called Culture Does Not Live Here. Culture does not live in an office. Culture is about shared values and beliefs, about assumptions and expectations, about patterns of behaviour. And I challenge you to find one definition of culture that talks about a location, a building or an office. You won't. And there are some great organisations with great cultures, and I mentioned in the article, Spotify, SAP, GitLab, who are more or less all remote and distributed in their working model. Great cultures as spoken about by their people. And in terms of connection, I'm going to read an extract from a report from the Future Forum Pulse report. Despite concerns that flexible work damages employees' sense of connection, new data shows that not to be true. Remote and hybrid workers are equally or more likely to feel connected to their immediate teams as fully in-office workers. And across the board, they are more likely to feel connected to their direct manager and their company's values. So let's unlearn that culture is going to be impacted. Let's unlearn that connection is going to be impacted. And thirdly, let's unlearn that productivity is going to be impacted. And the same report says, if you think productivities aren't going to be impacted because people aren't in the office, it says that this is another case where the data runs counter to conventional wisdom. Flexible work is associated with increased productivity and focus, not less. Future Forum data shows that workers with location flexibility report 4% higher productivity scores than fully in-office workers. A difference that across a workforce can add up to material improvements to the bottom line. And schedule flexibility leads to even greater benefits. Workers who have full schedule flexibility report 29% higher productivity than workers with no ability to shift their schedule. They also report 53% greater ability to focus. So the office, not having an office does not impact culture, connection and productivity. And we need to see the office as just another place we can work from, along with the library, the cafe, the home office, wherever it might be. It's just another place of work. Talk to you tomorrow.